real estate agent do daily? Really? A lot of people are asking that question. So I'm here today to give you a couple checklists. In fact, I have a really amazing tool that you'll be able to download that has a daily action checklist, a weekly action checklist, and a monthly action checklist. So what I'm going to share with you today are just some of the basic fundamental things that I've seen top producers do to have success in becoming a real estate agent. So the first thing is daily. Let's talk about what you're going to be doing daily. There are a couple things that you absolutely have to do. One, you've got to make sure that you're doing lead follow-up. A lot of people refer to this as an hour of power. Essentially, it's doing lead follow-up and possibly some prospecting. Overall, it's just called making your calls. So every day you're going to be making some form of calls, engaging. That means that you're having conversations. So daily conversations is one of the key things that agents need to be doing every single day. Now, I also say you got to be going on appointments, right? If you kind of just go backwards from getting paid to all of the things that you did to get paid, having conversations, actually it starts with making phone calls, having conversations, going on appointments, right? The more appointments we go on, the more homes we show, the more listing appointments, the more contracts we're gonna write that go under contract and we get paid. So it all starts with having the conversations, making the dials, setting the appointments. After that, there's a couple other things you should do. I believe that understanding what's going on in the market is what will separate you from other agents and help you have confidence. So look at your hot sheets, understand the market intelligence. Is there more active inventory or less active inventory? When you look at the inventory, is there anything that you can match up with another client, right? Being proactive and sending them properties during your lead follow-up time. You also need to know your numbers and you need to track them. One of the things that I see agents not doing is tracking their numbers. So at the end of the week, they say, oh my gosh, I worked all week long, but they don't actually know what they did. They don't have an outcome because they didn't track anything. I'd also say it's really important that everybody have a morning routine, something that they're doing at least during the weekdays to help keep their mindset right. And the last thing I would say is that you should be daily reviewing your schedule for the next day to make sure that you've got everything prioritized. So that's kind of your daily checklist. Now let's talk about weekly. Weekly, I believe that every agent should look at their calendar a week in advance and start looking at their appointment slots. What appointments do they already have booked that are either personal or professional, so they can see the landscape at a glance of what they're going to be doing that week. I also believe that you should not be doing social media ad hoc. Start scheduling your social media a month to a week in advance. Everything but reels can be scheduled. Stories can be scheduled. Posts can be scheduled. Long form video can be scheduled. YouTube can be scheduled, LinkedIn can be scheduled, Google My Business can be scheduled, everything can be scheduled. So if you don't want to be eating up a lot of your daily time, start scheduling it in advance, which means you're going to have to look at your calendar and say, okay, when am I prospecting? When am I lead following up? What are my appointment slots? And now I prioritize my other projects like scheduling social media, or for instance, today I'm here shooting all of the content for February and March, right? I put that into my schedule in advance. So the last thing that I would say that needs to go in your weekly schedule is reviewing your most important goals for the week, and that those projects are getting put into your calendar. I like to refer to it as taking my to-do list and putting it into my calendar so that I'm actually making progress on the things that I want to get done. Because the week will get away from you, and before you know it, it's Sunday night and you look at your to-do list and it just didn't get done. So monthly, this is a little bit different. Monthly, we're actually going to pull out of our business, right? Have you ever heard that saying, like, you got to work on your business instead of working in your business? The daily, weekly checklist is a lot of working in your business. When we look at our monthly checklist, we take a step back and we say, okay, one, let's review our profit and loss statement. I can't tell you how many agents don't manage their money. You know, I hear these stories of making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in a year, and they have no idea where it went because they're not reviewing their expenses every single month. So monthly, review your expenses, look at your profit and loss statement, and then let's make sure that we're budgeting. The second thing is I would look at the marketing for the next month. What are you doing for your different lead pillars? Have a 30-day action plan of marketing. If you can, schedule that social media, schedule that video so it doesn't bite into your income producing activities. You also want to take time to review your business plan. 30 days has gone by. What progress have I made for my quarter goals and towards my annual goals? Do I need to make adjustments? This is where I also like to review the projects for operations and my numbers. Did we generate enough leads? Are we on the right trajectory? So often people don't review their business plan after they create it for the year. It's one of the biggest pitfalls. At the end of the day, what should an agent be doing daily? They should be focusing on income generating activities. Make sure you click on the link in the comment section. I have a daily, weekly, monthly action checklist that you can use to help prioritize your time. Thanks so much for watching.